Hello guys, my name is Itana Garcia and today we're going to be building a grab bar family with both rotational and length parameters. This is part one of the instruction video. If you want to see how we can do height of the floor and or other videos, please stay tuned for further videos that will be coming up. In families, we go and we open a new generic model wall-based template. As soon as we open that, we're going to be taken to the reference level. In this reference level, we are going to create the sweep of the grab bar. And so we're going to go to create and sweep. We're going to make a sketch a path. There's obviously different ways to do this, but this is the way I am choosing to do this since I find it the easiest. When we're going to do it around 3 inches from the center point, and we're going to go up around 7 inches, and in length we're going to go approximately 3 feet and down 7 inches, just so we can have an idea. We obviously can edit this later on, and I don't want this grab bar to be in a rectangle. I want it to be curved on the ends, so it's not as pokey. By doing that, we're going to go to Fillet Arc. We're going to select that tool. I'm going to select or both of our lines. This is going to create a fillet. I'm going to click, and it's going to create the curvature for us. I'm going to do the same thing for this side. And as you can see, I made a 3-inch and a 2-inch. So we're going to go to Modify. I'm going to click the lines. We're going to make that 3 inches, and we're going to make it this other side 3 inches. As soon as we have that in, we're going to do the check mark. And now we're going to do the profile of this. So we're going to do Edit Profile. I'm going to choose the placement side. Edit Profile is basically the sweep, whether or not we want the grab bar to be circular or we want it to be a rectangle in the way we grab it. So for this tutorial, I'm going to do a circular grab bar. And that is 1.25 inches in radius. Now in diameter, that would be 2.5 inches. And we're going to do the check mark. As you can see, now in reference level, we have that already in. I want to do another check mark, and now it turns pink because that means it went to create the grab bar itself. Now we're going to do the rotational parameter, and how we do a rotational parameter is by going to the left elevation. For some reason it takes me all the way out, but we're just going to zoom in, and we're going to take this grab bar and we're going to move it a little bit up. And we want to make sure we don't move it too far up, because then we won't be able to see it in the reference level, but now we can still see it in the reference level. So we're going to go back to placement side, and we're going to draw a reference plane. We're going to go to create reference plane right along where the center point is. You can eyeball this. It doesn't have to be perfect, but as you can see, I got the best to the center. And within the center, we're going to do a reference plane. And by doing that, we're going to make this sweep a group. So we're going to do group, create group under the modify sweep. I'm going to make it group 1. That's okay. Now we're going to edit the group. We're going to go within this group, and we're going to go into create and draw a reference line. The reference line is not dotted, but it will be within the group. So it will move as the group moves, because we're going to do our parameters to this. So we're going to click finish. As you can see now, it's all grouped as one. And now we're going to make this an angular parameter. So we can rotate in every single way that we want it to rotate. And we're going to click the reference line. You can just hover over it until it says reference line. And then we're going to come to this side. And we're going to do 90. We're going to do that one more time. Reference line, center, and up. Now that we have that, we're going to do this, create parameter, and we're going to make it an instance. And we're going to label it rotate 2. For some reason, once we click rotate, it will rotate and then it won't want to rotate back to how it is. So let's test that out. See, it comes up with error. So we're going to do remove constraints. And now when we create a parameter of this, it will work. For some reason, Revit is being silly and it doesn't want to leave the rotate parameter, and it'll still hover it along with it. And I don't want it to move as the family moves, just to keep things more organized. Once I bring this out into an actual project, it will still move. So we have to go and delete the previous parameter that we had created, and the way we do that is by going to properties and going into family types and going under dimensions, and we're going to delete the first one we did. So we just click it and then we click delete parameter, yes, click OK, and then that will leave that parameter in. So now we're going to make the length parameter for this rotational grab bar, and we're going to go to the reference level, and we're going to click until we're in edit group, and then we're going to click the sweep and we're going to do edit sweep. So until we're all the way inside the group, and then we're going to continue clicking to the sketch until you're inside of the sketch. Since I did my sweep from a sketch, the line's going to be purple, but for you guys it might be different if you did your sweep with a different line work. To create this length parameter, we're going to do a reference plane, and we're going to click it from the bottom and then take it all the way up. Do another one exactly on the other side and just do the same thing. We're going to take our line tool and we're going to align it with this other line at the bottom of the reference of the purple line of the sketch. And we're going to lock them. Locking them will allow them to move as the reference line moves. So we will take this reference plane and see how it moves. And you can take this side, and that's how you can make sure that it is still locked in its place. And we're going to leave it right there. And now we're going to make the length parameter. We're going to go to align dimension. I'm going to click this reference plane and this reference plane, and we're going to go there, and it's going to give us the length of it being 3 feet. We're going to click the 3 feet, and this label dimension should come up with a create a parameter. We're going to make it an instance parameter as well. I'll leave everything else. I forgot to mention that in my previous parameter that we built for the rotation. But it should all be under dimensions. For the name, it's going to be length. And we're going to press OK. As soon as we have this, we can do the check mark, and check mark. And now let's test this out into a project. And we're going to do file, we're going to do a new project. Let's just click OK and see how this Grab Bar Family works. We're going to go and just put in a normal wall like we would. Do it like that. Reference level. As you can see, we went back to our family. We're going to just do load into project. And that brings it right in. And as you can see, it comes with these little blue things. So that means that you can toggle with the length. And we can take that into 3D view of the project. Zoom right in. We still have it right there. We can go into properties and we can rotate that. Let's rotate 180 degrees. And now we have a handlebar for a shower or so, if you want to change it up. Or if you want to bring it back down and leave it for a bathroom. And you can make that, let's say, 6 feet is obviously too big, so we're going to make that 3 feet. And as you can see, it shortened itself and it's 90 degrees, and we can also rotate that again and make it bigger. You can play around with this, obviously, but this is just the first part of the video, and how to make a simple massing for your bathroom. Please stay tuned to our further videos where I'll be showing you guys how to attach flanges and all of that, and while it rotates within itself. Thank you so much for watching this part of the tutorial, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.